You fools! You'll never defeat me. Now face the wrath.
Why is he so hot? What?
I think it's just that epic miniature. It's really doing a lot for me, too.
Yeah, maybe. But he's also kinda...
Silence! As I was saying, face the wrath of my metal army, crafted here in my Eldritch Foundry.
Dude, where'd you get all these minis?
I'm subscribed to Eldritch Foundry's Eldritch Unlimited with unlimited STL downloads. Now can we get back to...
Eldritch Foundry's amazing! I never thought I'd have the perfect mini for my demon-born, half-elemental, catfolk, warlock, bard multiclass with a bunny wizard familiar, but here she is. Thank you so much for printing her.
Yeah. Sure, Jen. No problem. Now face my wrath!
Good evening and welcome back. It's Friday and that means only one thing. Abomination Vaults.
McDonald's.
Hey.
And McDonald's. Or a fish supper is one of the two.
That's some strange traditions, but sure.
Fish Friday is a tradition. It is a tradition.
Fish and chips.
I think that's a Catholic
Yeah.
tradition, and your country is very famous for having overthrown that.
But we kept the bits we liked.
We kept the bits we
fish and
like.
chips.
Yeah. As you do with any religion, you kick out the bits you don't want, keep what you like. And Fish Friday, you won. Well, that is one of the most obscure intros we've ever done to one of these shows, but thank you for bringing that up because it settled me right down. So I would have described it as yet another exciting, enthralling episode of Abomination Vaults, but it's not going to be that because you're making me give you a shopping episode.
Yeah, shopping episode.
So the Wish Fairy has granted that, and there will be a shopping episode. Dave loves a shopping episode.
I don't think so.
We are a person down tonight. Mike is entertaining visitors from out of town, so I don't know if that's from an alternate solar system or just another state in the US. But he won't be joining us, so we're going to do some stuff around town. But most importantly, pick up where we left off the last episode. If anybody would like to recall what happened at the end of last episode.
Let me read my notes, Steve, for my wonderful character chronicles.
I remember what happened at the end of last episode.
Go for it.
I was sleeping. I was having a lovely dream about a feast, and I was just so hungry. And when I woke up, I was just towering and salivating over.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I guess Kingsman was up for Fish Friday.
Someone's about to have his face eaten.
Yeah, that is exactly what happened. So you can have the hero point token.
Oh, it's very tiny.
It's invisible.
It's invisible. I really need to get myself a coin, guys. The trick doesn't work if I don't have something. I normally have a random piece of ephemera, but I don't know. I've been cleaning my office, can't you see, with the mess behind me. I will give myself a hero point, though. Thank you.
You're welcome. I think everybody pretty much burnt through them at the end of last session.
Mm-hmm.
There's not many left. So right. Any announcements that we've got before we get started, other than Dave, because I know you do sponsors in a moment. But anyone else have any announcements?
Nothing I can share. Ask me in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Right. Ask you in 2 weeks. I'll make a note of that.
Only announcements.
Really good news.
So only announcements I've got is check out the Instagram for the new Pokemon merchandise that we've got going on the Warrior Prince 3D store.
Oh wait, I do have an announcement. Turbodork's coming out with paint thinner. I know it doesn't sound exciting, but it's actually really exciting. Greg's been working on this.
It is exciting.
Yeah, super cool new paint thinner. I mean, obviously it's formulated to work with all your favorite Turbodork paints, meaning that it will work great with metallic and color shift paints. But surprise, it works with every paint. And a huge bottle. Don't ask me the size. I don't know. Math is hard. But it's going to cost, I think, 16 USD. But that thing will last you for a really long time.
I think it's a few 100 ml bottle.
Yeah, it's like it is a couple 100 ml. Yeah, it's a good buy. I mean, I'm the one who priced it out So, but I'm pretty stoked for it, and it should be coming to the website in a week or so. And it's hitting our influencers' doorsteps in a week. Just saying, if you're an influencer that we work with, Richard. Surprise!
That's going to be kind of awesome. It can go nicely if I move the right way. It go nicely with all the paints here.
Yeah, exactly. There, that's my news. I had something. I'm so proud of myself.
Excellent. And Dave, sponsors.
Sponsors. Let's see if this button works. Oh, it did. As always, we have Beadle Grimm, who make these wonderful books. Woohoo! There we go. We're doing loads of bits and pieces, as you know. Loads of stuff going on. And of course, dice. Woohoo! Which are these which we're using. And that's it. There's it. There's a load of stuff there. But this would also... Steve finally gets it. It's upside down, Steve. There you go, Steve. Well done, Steve. And we've also got sponsored by, or not exactly sponsored, but supported by Paizo, who have published this wonderful adventure, Pathfinder Abomination Vaults. This is not the remastered, but we kind of are doing a hybrid of remastered and... No, hold on, what is it? Second edition remastered hybrid. There we go. I'll get there in the end. And also, if you was here at the very beginning, you would have seen the opening trailer for Eldritch Foundry. We also have a 10% off code, which you can stack with Eldritch Foundry. So just use the code Badger24 for an extra 10% off. And we've already mentioned, there's Meredith from Turbo Dog and Steve Jackson Games. Mike is missing at the moment, but there's Weather Dragon. There's his tables. There's Richard for Warrior Prince 3D. And for all of our hero point tokens, what you don't see in the background, you don't really get to see them because the magic is that good. But I will shout out campaign coins. These are the coins that I use, and I think they are absolutely amazing and beautiful. And
they are
cool.
They are very.
I need
very
to get
good
some.
coins.
Those are really pretty.
They
So
are really nice.
I've seen some bits and pieces you can print that are quite cool for that. So
yeah. So I've got a couple of campaign coin ones, and I've got another brand. And you can tell the difference in a way. Really, you can. I'm not bullshitting that. That is true. Right. Thank you, David. Right. Any other news before we get started?
I changed my hair color slightly today. Not a big news, but that's big for me. I went with a kiss of copper, according to my hairstylist. So
A kiss of copper.
A kiss of copper.
That
not like
sounds
a
expensive.
not like a bobby, like not like a policeman came and kissed my hair, but more like that little coin came and kissed my hair. So I don't know. I warned the guys. I am like ready for a nap. I don't know what is with me. I'm gonna be super punchy today. So
right. We'll roll VT. Let's go for it.
I was just saying she was going Ginger. That was all.
Well, okay. Yeah, I can get that now. Yeah, touch of copper. It's hairstylist. As soon as you said hairstylist, it's like
I know.
Whatever I think it's going to cost, put another zero behind it.
Yes.
That's just your hair, Steve.
Well, yeah, but that's why I cut my own hair, which is why I'm currently wearing a hat.
Oh.
I don't have that benefit anymore. I've actually got to go and get mine cut and done soon because it's getting far too long now. So
I know that feel. All right, I guess we're gonna go play a game now.
Yeah,
yes,
let's go shopping.
Yeah.
Let's rock and roll. Let's go start a bar brawl.
Right, off we go. Okay, so as I forgot to do this before we rolled VT, I'll do it now. So there are your 3 hero points. So Meredith, you do get 2 hero points. Nobody else gets one.
Thank God. I remembered it this time. Hold on.
Because of
Why do we
course
need
you're gonna
hero
need one of
points
those.
if it's a shopping episode?
Shh.
You never know with us.
Yeah,
That-
how? Why? Well, I can have it back if you want. So,
Yeah,
I
no.
think you better keep it. Okay, so as Meredith rightly recalled earlier, you completed level 3. You killed the sub boss for that level in the Temple of Nimbloth. I'm going to say it wrong, Nimbloth. And you looted that entire level, heading back to town with armfuls of treasure. Mostly books, I will say, but armfuls of treasure. You spend the evening at Rin's, you rest, you recuperate, everything is pretty much relaxed. It's the middle of the night, everyone's bedded down, they're asleep. And Kingsman, you are dreaming about an endless library. In fact, your own library.
Okay.
Halls and halls of books. All the time in the world to study. In safety, in warmth, in comfort. All of a sudden, you feel something wet upon your face. 1, 2 drops. You come to and you wipe the sleep from your eyes and you look up into the horrific visage of Lex. Not
Has she
Lex
completely-
as you normally associate with her with looking. This is a pasty white Lex, shot through with black veins, a distended mouth full of exceedingly sharp teeth, a tongue that lolls down below her chin,
Oh, shit.
and a thin line of drool leading from the corner of her mouth onto your cheek. And she stands directly above you, looking down with blank white eyes, so the iris is completely gone. What do you want to do?
Scream.
I will scream, scramble out of bed, and cast Tanglefoot on
Okay.
Lex.
Right. Can we roll initiative, please?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh gosh.
there goes
Poor
the shopping
me.
episode.
I know, right?
More importantly, how did she get in your room?
She's a thief.
Yeah, I'm a goalie thief now with a whole 12 on my initiative.
I got 21.
Okay.
I will not.
Right. So you scream and you cast your spell. So please, what saving throw is that? Reflex?
I've got to go back to my other page. Hold on. Tanglefoot is it just says DC 19. Let me find out. I'm gonna go through the book again. Tanglefoot. It doesn't say. I'd imagine it's dexterity, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It does not say. It just says it is a. It's a.
Oh no, it's not a saving throw. Sorry, I apologise. Not a saving throw.
Oh.
You need to make a spell attack. So roll
Ew.
d20 and add your spell attack bonus.
16 plus 9.
Okay, that's going to hit. You're not sleeping in armor. So, what is your dexterity, Lex?
My dex is +4. So,
And what did you roll, Dave? Sorry,
huh?
16 plus 9.
60. So that's a 25.
Yeah.
So it's not a critical.
Good.
So you hit. So you take Lex. You now have a -10 foot circumstance penalty to speed for 1 round.
That's fair.
And it says on my spell you're immobilized. Is that
No,
right?
that's only if
Or
it's a
that's-
critical
that's for
success.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't a critical success because of the level armor class modifier.
Yep.
So, okay.
Basically rules.
So you lash out with this vine. It wraps around Lex's legs as you intended. And Lex will be taking a -10 speed penalty. You have one action left. What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna bang on the wall, assuming wherever we're staying, the really thin walls. Bang, bang, bang on the wall. Darrett!
Okay.
I know. Darrett! Darrett! Got a problem in here, Darrett. I hope you can hear me over your snoring.
Okay, so that's your actions. You yell out for Darrett in the room next door, and Lex. You come to yourself as all of this kicks off. So as Kingsman screams, leaps out of bed, and fires his vine towards you. You come back to yourself. You break out from this dream where he was having this feast. Kingsman has leaped across the room, casts his spell at you, and has this look of utter fear on his face. What do you want to do?
Do I even realize this is reality, or do I still think this is part of the dream? I know I come out of the dream I was in, but or should you want me to just play this out?
I want you to just play this out.
Okay, perfect. So Lex, having just startled herself from this dream where she was feasting upon the flesh of her friends, wakes up to see her friend in utter terror, assumes that this is actually still part of the same dream, but somehow she feels so more in control. She tries to call out to Kingsman and says, "It's fine. I'm not what you think I am." I go towards Kingsman as if I'm going to reassure him that I'm okay. Only to
stay there, you spiteful bitch.
Kingsman,
Look.
I don't understand. Everything. I'm assuming he can hear me. I don't know if I'm still in ghoul form. Maybe I just look like I'm slobbering all over the place.
No, you are talking. He can understand you.
I'll cast light, like really bright light in the room.
Okay.
I look down at myself. Do I see?
Make a perception check for me, please.
Ooh, I love a good perception check. Oh, I don't love that perception check. That's only 16.
That's still good enough.
Okay.
So in the corner of Kingsman's room, there's a dresser, and on the dresser is a mirror, and you catch sight of yourself in the mirror, and you get for just the briefest moment to see what Kingsman sees, and that is your features made ghoul-like. You have a mouth full of sharpened teeth and this long.
I let out a blood-curdling scream.
Darrett, this has played out. You've heard Kingsman shout for help, and you've heard Lex utter this blood-curdling wail.
As soon as I would have heard Kingsman shouting, it would have been a case of grab my axe and I'm out the door.
Okay.
In just me long johns.
Okay. So you burst through the open door to Kingsman's room, and you see a creature resembling Lex, with the description I just gave, and Kingsman. Currently faced off against each other, Lex is wrapped in a vine that extends from Kingsman's hand, and the room is very brightly lit.
Kingsman, what happened? Lex.
I woke up and she was all over me, man. She was all over me. She couldn't help herself. But she had these teeth, huge tongue. Her face was like, ugh. She was a jabbering monster, I tell you. She's I think she's cursed or diseased or something.
Do I
may
see
need to get a jab?
Does it look like it could be Lex to me, or does it look like, do I think it could be an undead thing impersonating Lex to try and get close to us?
You think it is Lex? She's wearing Lex's clothes. It's not a doppelganger. No, you don't think it's a doppelganger. It's highly unlikely.
I start edging near Lex and sort of holding my holy symbol, and then realizing I have no armor on, and sort of slowly edging forward, axe at my side. Lex.
Lex is just doing her right now. I'm doing my best to try to just take control of myself in the situation and reassure Jared. I don't know. This is just a dream. I just want to wake up. I don't want to. I just want to wake up. I just want to wake up.
I slowly put the axe down on the floor whilst holding the holy symbol and hold out my hand. I will help you wake up, Lex. Okay.
She slowly reaches her hand out to Darad, but in that moment, she feels a pang of hunger.
Careful, I've managed to slow her down a little bit, but if careful of those teeth.
If she reaches out, and even if she attacks, I will cast Cleanse Affliction on her, and will take a bite if she tries.
I'm gonna need you to make a check first to understand what it is, because Cleanse Affliction needs to be cast with an affliction in mind. So it's either a condition, it's a disease, or it's a poison, and you at the moment don't know.
Okay. So
what she's. It doesn't. It's not blanket cure all.
Yeah.
You have to target the affliction that is affecting.
Okay. What roll am I making?
So first off, Lex, are you going to allow Derad to inspect you?
She's terrified out of her mind. So, and these are the only people she knows and trusts. So instinctively, yes, she wants Derad to help her. Also instinctively, she wants to, snack on his tasty flesh.
Eat his face.
Right, I need you to make a medicine check, please, Darren.
Medicine. Rolled a 14. My medicine is awesome. So that's 25 in total.
Okay. So you are aware that Lex took quite a few wounds in the fight on level 3, particularly from the undead ghouls. One that you'd missed, which was one right on the nape of the neck, is clearly infected. You can see the teeth marks in the flesh, and you can see that from there the infection has got into the bloodstream, and has spread all across the top half of a chest and arm. There is this crisscross network of black blood vessels and veins. And you can see that trails up her neck and into the front part of her face and all the way around her mouth. So you believe she has a clear case of ghoul fever.
Okay. I will cleanse the affliction if I can.
Okay. Right. So you cast the spell. I need you to make me a... my brain is just... on one today where I can't remember anything, a counteract check. So I will allow you to use your medicine skill as a counteract check. So please roll me a medicine check, please.
Okay. 26.
That is 1 over what you needed to cure the disease.
Ooh.
So with this spell, you flush the infection from the wound. And you actually see it begin to pour out of the teeth marks and run down Lex's arm as the infection is purged from her body.
That's gotta
you
hurt.
see the teeth coming back to normal, the tongue going back to its normal size, and her flesh begins to take on colour once again. and her eyes return to normal. Well done. You managed to cure the ghoul fever. If you hadn't have rolled so high, you'd have only reduced it by 1. So she'd have returned to normal, and then the next day it would have all started again.
Aw, thank you, Jared. I'm no longer, desiring the flesh of a tiny dwarf wizard.
As
Or
much
a
fun as
half-elf.
this pajama party has been, Lex, do you feel yourself now?
I feel like I'm going to go be sick. Lex looks at Kingsman and I'm sorry. And she just kind of stumbles out of the room, down the hallway to her room, and she buries her head in a bucket.
I give Kingsman a quick once over. Did she bite you, Kingsman?
No, I was asleep, but I think she licked me. Do you think I can get anything from this?
Where did she lick you, Kingsman?
Well, I just felt it on my face. That was all. It's like,
I
felt like
there's
rain.
no
Maybe she
sort
just
of blotches
dribbled.
on his face or anything, is there? Or
Any open wounds that a bacteria could get into?
He cut himself shaving. No, he's
Yeah.
got ghoul fever.
I'll go over to the wash bowl, just pour some more water out.
I'll pick my axe up, sort of walk out the room whilst Kingsman's doing that, sort of look at him and close the door.
You see, if you see, Kingsman turns back to his bed and starts trying to put his clothes on, but he's wearing the underoos, like in Back to the Future, with the square bum flap. So as you turn around to close the door, you just see this great big dwarf hairy bum.
Oh my god.
That'll stay with me for a while.
Close
Close the door.
As you leave the room, Derek, you see Rin standing outside in the hallway. And she just looks at you and shakes her head slightly as she walks off and says, having guests is such a strange experience.
Good night, Black. Good night, Rin.
Good night, Derek. And with that, you return to your slumber, I take it.
It's that moment Darren sort of contemplates going to comfort and check on Lex, but heads on back to his room.
Lex just crawls up in bed, still not completely sure this wasn't a dream, by the way, and goes back to sleep.
Upon going back to my room, I do rest the axe head on my door handle.
just under the door, so yeah, don't trust them.
Drag the bed over slightly.
So eventually everybody returns to slumber and the night passes without incident. You wake the following morning slightly later than usual, understandably so, because you were up in the middle of the night. You can go down to breakfast and the day is yours. You have some treasure. You have lots of books. What do you want to do?
Guys, I just had like the most wildest dream last night. I think we've been fighting too many ghouls. I'm really looking forward to a break from the Belcora's tower dungeon place.
Just a bit. Before we
We're just ignoring the situation. Okay, good.
Let's not talk about it. Yes, let's second breakfast and
before we head downstairs, I will put out my blanket healing from my room to basically heal us all.
Oh, nice.
So it's basically,
but more importantly, attempt to damage any undead that might be sharing the space with you.
Right.
Okay, so you head down to breakfast.
Cool.
What do you want to do?
I want to go through and see if there's anything that we looted from those dungeons that might be good for a little thief. I don't think so, though.
We've still got. It's a good idea. Look at all this stuff. We didn't really have time to we ran back here as fast as we could. We didn't really have time, but I Bagsy this one, and I grabbed the scroll of mending.
Okay.
I'm going to scribe that, I think.
Okay. If you want to scribe that, that will take some time, but you can make a crafting check and then copy that into your spellbook.
Cool. Well, that's not the updated one. I'll take this one.
If you want to look at the books that you got as well, there are a general bulk of books which, when sort of reading over your shoulder, says, "Oh, there's some interesting tomes there. Some old antique books as well, by the looks of it. You know, in town there's a shop. It's called Odd Stories. The man that owns it is named Morblind. He has quite the market in Absalom for rare books. I'm sure he might be interested in taking these off your hands if you want to part with them." She also stands there because she has a substantial library herself, and she flicks through some of the titles in particular. She pulls out and hands to you, Kingsman, a book called What the Worm Knows, Grave Feasts, and Secrets of the Skull. And she says, these are more occult in nature. I think you should keep these apart. I believe these may be worth more than the others.
Thank you. Is there? Should we keep them away from people, or is there a particular book seller or enthusiast in town?
Oh no, definitely head to Morblint. Yes, these ones are more of a special interest, shall we say? So, just keep these to one side. They'll be worth more than the others, I believe. Now this one is very interesting, and it's a book called The Ineffable Hauntings. And she hands it to you, and I believe you should study this one in particular. It looks like there may be some rituals in there you may find useful.
Okay, thank you very much.
There is also a very thick book that's filled with loose sheets of paper, some of which are clearly diagrams of the gauntlet itself. Opening the front cover, it appears to be Belcora's journal.
Ooh.
This one may be worth studying just for the subject matter. She then reaches forward to the last book and then stops, almost steps back, almost as if she's received a shock of some sort. And she looks at you, Kingsman, and says, "You need to get that one off my premises as soon as possible.
Oh.
That book is evil."
This book is cursed.
Which book are you pointing to?
So you can see the one she's pointing to. The title of it is called "The Whispering Reeds."
Hmm.
So
when you say to take this one away, I will certainly do that for you. But is there someone in town who may have more information on this?
You could try the Dawnflower Library, but I would get that as far away from yourself as possible. So the book itself has a brown and greenish leather cover. It has brass bound corners, and the top and bottom of the book are also bound in brass. On the cover, sort of etched in the leather, is a human skull.
Ooh.
Nice.
So it's giving off vibes of sort of the Necronomicon from Army of the Dead.
I will.
That looks fun.
I will take your advice as best I can, and I will certainly get this off your property. I think I'll need to find a quiet corner in the park if it's a nice sunny dry day. Maybe I spend the day reading. If I could have some sausages and eggs to go, I will be, and a pot of tea maybe, and I'll happily be on my way.
She hurries off to the kitchen and fixes you a to-go breakfast.
Oh, I have my normal breakfast, but I'll have that to go in addition to the breakfast, if you don't mind.
She rolls her eyes and disappears.
Thank you very much. Lovely place, this.
Okay. Anyone else want anything from the treasure list?
You know, I would very much love if I could grab one of those lesser healing potions.
Yeah,
And
there's two of those.
I'll take one of those. And what is a Bravos bruise?
Right, a Bravos brew. So it gives you a bonus on will saving throws
Oh.
of +1. And it lasts for 1 hour.
Yeah, I'll grab one of those too. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'll stay for the magic users. That's probably better for you guys. I just want that. I want the lesser healing potion. You're gonna add that. What else do we have? Oh, an ever-burning torch. That sounds fantastic. I'll have that.
Yep.
And if no one else wants that ventriloquist ring, I will also take that.
Okay. So the Wand of Quench can only be used by primal magic users, which is druids.
Yeah, we can save that for Mike.
Mm-hmm.
I say I should have that
the other one as well.
Yeah, the bark skin potion, the scroll of hypercognition. You can cast, Darrad. So that allows you to make 6 recall knowledge checks in 1 action.
Okay. And you don't have a problem with me grabbing that?
Mm-mm.
So
the staff of necromancy allows you to cast some spells. So if you want to look that up in Archives of Nephis, you can. But this is the staff that was wielded by the creature you killed.
Yeah, I'm not so worried about having that.
So that is something you could trade in.
Scroll of hypercognition, was that?
Yeah. So the staff of necromancy is something you could sell, you could trade for other items if you wished. And then there is also the +1 silver hatchet where you can relocate that potency rune, and there is a +1 striking pick where you can relocate the striking rune.
I'll take the striking pick if that's right, and I'm going to head to the blacksmith. Obviously, Aramil is a empty vessel right now, but I will talk with Aramil about sourcing him a weapon as well, and go with him to the smithy and sort of that, and also look at the possibly about getting the staff, maybe trading the staff for something on the druidic side of things.
Yeah,
if possible.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So the staff of necromancy, I'll tell you, is worth 230 gold pieces.
Oh,
damn!
Nice.
Right. So you can trade that for some other items should you so wish.
And should we just sell that then and then split the gold pot?
I mean,
Yep.
wouldn't hate that.
So there isn't really anyone in town that would have 230 gold pieces in cash.
Okay.
So what you'll have to do is trade it for items in kind.
Trade and bar. Okay then. Well then, if no one's got an issue, I'll take the staff. My intention is to go and find somewhere to trade that.
Yep.
With Aaron in mind.
Mhm.
Yep.
The striking pick. What are the whispering reeds?
So the Whispering Reeds is the Necronomicon book. That's
That's fine.
Don't touch it, Darren. Don't touch it. It might bite or something, you know.
The Scroll of Awakened Portal Ritual.
Right. So the Scroll of Awakened Portal Ritual is an interesting one. So Kingsman takes a look at this.
Yeah.
I assume that you also going to just go through all the scrolls naturally.
I was busy looking at the books, but yes.
So the Awakened Portal Ritual, you instantly recognize that this is the correct way of opening up the teleportation circles within the Gauntlet. So far, you have channeled all of that energy through your own body, correctly manipulating it through the use of the arcane skill. This Awakened Portal Ritual will remove all of that risk. So spending 10 minutes performing this ritual will activate a teleportation circle.
Okay, that's cool. Can I use that?
You can scribe it into your spellbook.
Ooh.
Right, I'll do that.
Nice, done that. The Crafter's Eyepiece.
Crafter's Eyepiece gives you a bonus to your crafting check.
None of the crafters are.
Are you skilled in crafting, Kingsman?
Crafting, I am trained.
Yeah.
So I've got +9. I got 26 on my first scribe, by the way.
Yep, so that's enough. You scribe the spell.
Cool.
If you take that Crafter's Eyepiece then, Kingsman.
I can do.
Yeah.
Does it? Will that help with the stuff that I'm doing? Because I'm just scribing magic.
Yes, it will help. Yeah,
right.
And if you want to read the description, it does have another daily effect on it, as well as giving you a bonus to your crafting roll. Right. So it is on Archives and the Fist.
And then just got the Wand of Quench.
So Quench is a primal spell, so only Mike can use that.
I go to Aramil.
It allows you to cast Quench once per day from the wand.
Okay, it's just heading out then to the blacksmith and going to try and find some bits to buy.
Okay. So you want to head to the blacksmiths. Lex, do you want to head anywhere?
Yeah, I kind of want some new armor. Just rocking a boring old leather piece of armor seems like it's not doing me a lot of good. So I'm going to go to the...
You can go to the smithy as well.
Yeah, I'll go to the smithy.
Which is Blades for Glades. Yeah. Who's going to go and sell the spell books? Not the spell books, just the books. Kingsman?
I'll go sell the books.
Okay. Right, so we'll start with Lex and Darren then. So you head off. Do you want to put the map up for me, please, Dave?
Yep. I'm going to push some buttons. Zoop. There we go.
Okay, so you are currently here at the big pink dot, number 4, which is Rin's Wondrous Emporium. And Blades for Glades is at number 6, which is just the other side of the road. Okay, so that's the blacksmiths. The bookstore, which is owned by Morblin, is at number 7, which is Odd Stories, which is just there. Okay, so Lex and Darren, you head to Blade for Glades, and Dave Kingsman, you can head for Odd Stories.
Cool.
So you had heard when you first rolled back into town, I think I told you the story in the last session as well, that there had been a robbery at the Dawnflower Library over the last couple of days. Somebody had broken in overnight and smashed one of the cases, one of the display cases, and they'd stolen a particularly... Sorry, you can give it a moment, though.
I shall.
And they'd stolen one of the sort of artifacts that was very special to Otari, and that was a blade called the Cooperative Blade. That Cooperative Blade was wielded by one of the members of the Rose Guard called Vol Rajani, who was the fighter of the group. Vol Rajani's descendant is a guy called Carmen Rajani, who's actually the owner of Blade for Glades, the blacksmiths. So Darren and Lex, you head for that shop, and you get there, and it's open. You walk in, and behind the countertop, and then there's the forge in the back. There is a very flustered-looking young man. Clearly, not what you were expecting. He looks over to you. And he says, "Oh, I'll be right with you. What is it you want? You here to pick something up?"
We're here for
how can I-
services and for trade.
Okay. Well, I'll see what I can do. What is it exactly that you're looking for?
Just we're looking to browse. I mean, we figured we were in town for the day and wanted to stock up and maybe re-gear, but it looks like we might have come in at the wrong time.
Well, it's
You've been using your trousers to quench your steel again. What's the matter with you?
well, I'm only the apprentice, but Brinland's my name. Yeah, my master, he's disappeared.
What do you mean he's disappeared, boy?
Well, he's not here.
He just hasn't checked in. He's slept in late. He's got drunk.
Well, he does get drunk. Yes, he does get drunk. Those rumours are somewhat true. But he's always here, first thing in the morning, to fire up the forge and do the work. I mean, it doesn't matter what the townspeople say. You know, they all say he's lazy and his work's no good, but it's not true. He's a fine smith. You know, there are wares out the back that we've already got made, and I can show you those. But you know, I haven't really been left in charge on my own ever. So just bear with me, is all I'm saying. And I am slightly worried. I don't know where Mr. Rajani's gone.
That is a worry. When was he last seen?
He was here yesterday, and then there was all those rumours.
Rumours?
What rumors?
Well, about the Cooperative Blade being stolen. It was his ancestor, Voles. I didn't realise he'd get this upset and disappear.
I sort of trade a look with Lex.
This sounds like something that we might be able to interfere in and maybe get ourselves something for our time. Lex turns to the apprentice. If we find your shopkeep, master, smith, you think you'd cut us a deal?
Well, it's not my shop, is it? I can't cut you a deal. I'm sure he might if he's in trouble. I'm not.
Lex looks around.
Let's see to him, Lex. We'll find him.
Fine.
He will be grateful.
Anyway, what exactly is it you wanted?
I wish to. Well, I'll take out my axe. Can you use this with one of the magic runes from another?
Okay, you take out the axe, and instantly he seems to settle down, become a little bit calmer. Oh, this is a fine piece of work. Well, it looks like a retribution axe. Have you seen it in action?
I have.
Oh, it must be something. Swinging a blade in combat. I've only dreamed of it before. Anyway, you wanted a rune moved. Where's the other weapon?
I take out the pick.
Interesting. I can see why you want it moved. Not really your style, I must say. A pick. Yes. You look much more like an axe man. So you wish me to move the rune from the pick to the axe. Is that correct?
If you can do so, yes.
Yes. That was 20 gold sound.
How does 5?
Remember, we are heading off on an errand for you.
And I won't tell your master I had it done here.
10.
7.
Done.
And I hand over.
Nice.
Anything else I can interest you in? Some armor, maybe?
Lex looks around and she kind of looks at her worn and shabby leather armor that has been put through the ringer.
Yeah.
I'm looking for something to just replace this with. What do you have?
I have some chain shirts, some studded leather. I have one set of leather, but that's it. None of them are magical. We don't carry potency runes. You'll need to find a wizard for that sort of stuff. I can install the runes should you have one, but we don't keep them here.
Lex looks around and, not seeing anything to her taste, just kind of makes a grumble and looks over at Darrett. I'm like, all right, once your axe is done, let's go on this errand.
So if you come back at the end of the day, the work will be done.
Ooh, leaving without your weapon.
It's got to be done. I presume that is the norm of things.
Yeah.
I've got my sword with me, so that's fine.
For an extra 3 gold, it can be bumped to the top of the queue.
How long will it take?
2 hours.
Done. Good lad. And I'll bung him the extra 3.
Okay. If you return in 2 hours, you will then have a
Nice.
retribution axe of striking.
If we go and do bits and pieces first, and ask as well, get the weapon back, and then we'll go and look into this disappearance.
That sounds like a
Anything
good
else you want to
plan.
look at, Lex?
We should check in with our friends at the tavern.
The Crooksnook.
The Crooksnook. We haven't been there in a while.
We've got a wizard place as well near here. Not just the books. There's a magic shop as well, isn't there?
There isn't a magic shop here, but what Rin has done is sent word out that there is an adventuring party with some funds. So there is a travelling caravan wizard that's come from Absalom, so you can head there and trade in the staff for any magical items that you might
Yes.
have.
That's where we're heading next.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So we don't need to role play that part of it out. So if you want armor, potency, runes, and stuff like that, you have the prices in the list that I sent.
Oh, perfect.
And goods to the value of 230 gold pieces can be traded.
What
in
was the other
exchange
thing
for staff and necromancy?
What was the other thing we were going to sell?
Well, Kingsman has all the books and any of the staffs.
Silver hatchet.
So you can move that rune onto a weapon if you want.
I'm pretty sure Aramel's got a weapon.
Yeah, I don't know if he has a.
Have both of your weapons now got runes, Lex?
I could probably use one on my crossbow because I don't have any on my crossbow.
Okay, I think that's everything, then, isn't it? Okay,
pretty much everything else had a use apart from the staff. And necromancy.
I think that was it.
Okay, so if we jump over to Kingsman, you head down to the Odd Stories. It's an odd shaped shop built on many levels, thin on the bottom and much larger on the top. Sort of one of these cartoon style houses with chimneys popping out at different angles from the roof.
Yep.
You open the door and you go in, and as soon as you open the door, there is a small tinkle in the distance, and almost instantaneously, a mouse-ish looking human, not much taller than yourself, comes wandering from around the counter. He has a flat cap upon his head, and he has some very thick lensed round spectacles which cover his eyes. He looks at you, carrying, excuse me, a rather large assortment of books, and heads straight over to aid you. Ah, dear sir, please come in. It looks like you have quite a haul to discuss. I'm sure we can come to
Yes.
some sort of arrangement.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Strange, that isn't it? Yes, I have some books. I'll put down the normal books first.
Okay.
You said that was a bunch of 19 books.
Yeah, it's a bulk of 19 books. Yeah.
Yeah.
He puts down the pile that he's taken off the top to help, and he wipes his hands down the front of his tunic and holds one out stretched towards you. My name's Morblin. I don't think we've had the pleasure.
Indeed. I'll take his hand and I'll shake it. My name's Professor Kingsman.
Oh, a professor. A professor. Well, what
Indeed,
university do you teach at?
One of them, yes. I can't remember the name. But yes, definitely one of them. Somewhere in Absalom, the big one. The one that everyone knows.
A celebrity. Yes. A celebrity. Please come in, take a seat. And with that, he disappears into the back and returns with a kettle of boiling water, a small teapot. And he proceeds to pour tea. Yes, and he has some custard creams. And whilst you make idle chatter, he thumbs and fingers through the books that you've bought and ums and ahs to himself considerably. After about 20 minutes or so, he says, well, these are fine specimens of antique books. I definitely have a market for these.
Fantastic.
What sort of price were you looking for?
Well, let's just keep it simple, shall we? Let's say 10 gold pieces each.
Yes, I think that seems quite reasonable. 190 gold pieces, the lot.
Yes, that's how I did the maths. Yes.
Yes, I agree. It's strange to come across someone so considerate.
Well, look, I believe in books. I'm actually writing one at the moment. You see, my thesis, which is I can show it here. So maybe one day you'll have it on your shelves. You see, it's in this kind of fake leather effect. And I like the purple, but yes, my book is on the methods of spell interpolation and the genesis of a new understanding of the building blocks of magic. You see, so I think it's quite an original piece.
That's thoroughly enthralling. I look forward to reading that when you're finished. You know, I also have a thesis of sorts.
Indeed, do you? Tell me
Yes.
more. And I'll just take another biscuit, dunk it.
So he proceeds to tell you about the Rose Guard mage called Zarmavdian. So when Zarmavdian passed, he bequeathed his spellbook. And that spellbook is called the Thresholds of Truth.
Okay.
And it's a treatise, as well, on arcane and occult law, as well as being a spellbook. It covers all sorts of subjects on eldritch law, eldritch creatures, and the pitfalls of them manipulating innocent minds. It's a real treasure trove of information. And it was bequeathed to the Odd Stories Emporium that's been handed down through Morblint's family through the generations. And he actually takes you into the back, and there is a glass cabinet display case with this blue leather-bound tome that has a brass plaque and all sorts of occult and arcane symbols over the front, and a small plaque that reads "The Thresholds of Truth, Zarmavdian Rose Guard."
Right word, yes. That does seem quite special. Is that for sale at all?
Oh no, it's not for sale. It's one of the artifacts of the Rose Guard that Otari is blessed to keep protected, shall we say. The Rose Guard, as you know, the story of how they felled Belcora those many centuries ago and then founded Our Fair Town.
Exactly, yes.
Well, this is just one of the artifacts that they left behind. The other is a hunter's brooch, which is in the family of Osef Mehemes, who is the mayor here. I believe he keeps that at his manor. And then there is the cooperative blade, which was Volrajani's very own weapon. Now, unfortunately, that was stolen not two nights ago from the Dawnflower Library.
Right. Okay.
So this spellbook is, shall we say, sufficiently protected through a magical nature to deter any thief from attempting to steal it.
And what might happen to the said thief if they did try to steal it?
Let's just say bad things.
I know. I'm well aware of bad things. Okay, good. It was nice to know it's protected, but I was intending to visit Dawnflower later today, so I might pop in and see what they say. Maybe I can offer my services.
I'm sure somebody finding the blade would be much appreciated. It is, after all, as I say, one of the artifacts left behind by the Rose Guard, so it's important to the town's morale, especially in these current times with undead rising and attacking the city and what's going on with the Gauntlet.
Indeed, we are trying to avert every disaster we can. Myself and my little troop, you see.
Oh, yes, of course. Of course, I should have recognised you immediately. You're one of the heroes of Otari.
Yes, I am. I mean, we are, yes.
Do you have any other goods I might peruse?
I do. It's been a very nice conversation, I have to say. And I was keeping these ones back, just in case, just to have a little chat, suss out the place. I put out the first book. This is the What the Worm Knows. What kind of price can you give me for this one?
He flicks through it, takes in some of the subjects and the chapter titles, and it was not really my sort of tome, but I'm sure I can find a market for it. Absolutely, of course. 20 gold.
Okay, what if I sweeten the deal a little bit? What about I'll pull out the second one. This is Grey Feasts. So
Again,
particular clientele, maybe?
Yes, very much so. And honestly, this feels like part 2 of a trilogy. You wouldn't happen to have part 3, would you?
You know what, as luck would have it, I do have this one. This is The Secrets of the Skull.
Well, taken together, it's more likely to attract the right type of collector, shall we say. So, all in, how's 70 gold pieces sound?
You know what, I really enjoyed the cup of tea and biscuits, so yes, 70 gold pieces for all 3. And
Excellent.
I look forward on returning.
I look forward to the company again.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure to meet somebody of an intellectual nature.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so you can head out. You have
It's 190.
260 gold pieces.
Yep. Cool. I'll catch up with the other 2, and I will put all that money in the pot. Before we head off to the next investigation, can I run into the magic item shop?
Yes.
And see if they have a mage's hat on display?
Let's have a roll. Please roll me a d20.
Okay. It's a flat 19.
That is flat enough to have a mage's hat in the window.
Cool. So a mage's hat is 50 gold pieces.
Okay. Then you can hand over some of your just very closely hard-earned cash,
yep,
and walk out with mage's hat.
I'll just run in there, pull the tag off. I've sold it. Boy, there you go. And run back out with my new hat.
Yep.
Look at this. It's even red. My colour. It's like it looks a bit like a cowboy hat.
Okay, so you've not gone for the hat of cooling from Harry Potter then?
No, definitely not that. I've gone for the cowboy because it kind of goes in my weird attire at the moment. It's very
right, okay.
very Doctor Who ecliptic.
Okay, there's 3 items I'm after.
Okay.
One's for Aramil.
Yeah.
2 are for me.
Okay.
We can't get the rune of the armor runes because they're 5th level.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So I've had to change my mind and look through quickly.
Right. So can you make me 3 rolls, please?
Okay. So first one is for the healer gloves. Am I
Okay.
adding to this? Anything to this?
No, it's just a flat roll.
Yes, 13.
Yep. Okay. They have healer's gloves.
Healer's gloves. Second one is for a bag of holding.
Yep.
That's a natural 20.
Ooh.
They have a bag of holding.
Like a stroke.
Ooh.
And now just to clarify, an animal staff.
Yeah.
Is that pretty much what it says on the tin? It's summon animals or...
I will need to look it up because I don't remember everything. Particularly because I don't play druids very much either.
No. It's either an animal staff or the mentalist staff, whichever one is more druidy.
So the animal staff... so it will allow you to cast a spell. So it will allow you to cast the cantrip Know the Way and 2 first-level spells, which is Runic Body and Summon Animal. So yes, it is a druid thing.
I will get hold of that for Aramil then.
Okay.
Roll
So
that.
maybe roll.
That's 19.
Yep, they have that as well.
Okay. That is 165. It's 240 gold's worth of stuff, though.
Right. Okay. So you'd
That's
have to put 10 gold to it from the
10 gold.
the King's Justice.
If you've got the page up, what do the healer's gloves do?
So these give you a +1 item bonus to treat wounds.
Yeah.
Medicine check. And you can activate Healer's Touch once per day. You soothe the wounds of willing living adjacent creature, restoring 2d6 plus 7 hit points.
Awesome. Thank you.
So these only heal, they do not harm. So you can't use them to attack undead.
Yeah. That's good, because it means I can use the other spells to attack undead.
Yes.
Right, and I'll
Okay.
let Aramil know I've got my staff.
Nice.
Right, so Lex, or Dave, Lex, is there anything you want?
I want to see if one of them has a shadow rune for my armor.
Yes. Okay. Oh,
Do I have to
for
roll?
your armor, no, because
Oh.
you need to have potency first to be able to put a rune on it.
You're
So,
right.
So armor runes you'll have to wait for 5th level.
Womp womp. That's really the next thing I want then.
Okay.
Maybe some cool. Actually, no. Maybe I want like some different sort of arrows.
Yeah, you can get arrows.
Oh, where would I look those up? I don't...
In that shopping list, there's like Arrow of
Yeah.
Divine and bomb arrows and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that. Like the
I
whole
want-
Hawkeye trick arrows.
that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want something that will. Well, how about arrow? How does Arrow of Divine work on undead?
Right, so anything that's on the consumables list you don't need to
Yeah.
roll for. It's only the permanent
That's
magical items you need to
really-
roll for.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I want to grab those Arrows of Divine because they Well, that's Divine Arrow spell. I need to find what they do, but I want those.
It might
I want-
just be listed under +1 ammunition as well.
Oh,
So,
perfect.
Yeah, +1 ammunition will just be
All right,
arrows and crossbow bolts and
Yep.
stuff.
buying those.
Okay. Right. So, in terms of researching the rest of the books, Dave, you have the Ineffable Hauntings. So, reading through that will basically teach you 2 spells.
Okay.
One of which I don't think you can cast, which is Create Undead. but check it. I'm not sure if that's an arcane spell. It sounds to me like an occult spell. But within that book, it will teach you the spell Create Undead.
So I can cast that. So.
And it will also teach you a spell called Ghostly Weapon, which is an arcane spell. So you can transcribe that into your own spell book if you wish. The other thing that it instructs you how to do, and this is in the book itself, is it instructs you how to use that Ghostly Weapon spell to create a property rune called Ghost Touch. And that rune can be affixed to your weapons to make them able to hit ghosts.
So how do we create a rune? Do we need a particular stone or gem to put music magic into?
You need certain spell components, which you can get from the magic user in town at the moment.
Yeah.
You basically need. We'll say it's a small gem, small jewelry setting, and some components that will be used during the casting of the spell. You need to be able to cast the base spell, which in this case is Ghostly Weapon, which you can do. And then you spend 2 days infusing this item with magic that can then be mounted upon a weapon. So when you do that, it costs you 1/4 of the total cost of a rune. So Ghost Touch rune is 75 gold pieces. So to make this item, you'll need to purchase 18 gold pieces worth of spell components.
So to do that, can we spend the time now? So rather than going back into the dungeon tomorrow, can we take a week off and do this? And then I can try to create at least 3.
Right. So one of the things that you've been concerned over is a repeat of the event that happened last week, which was the beam coming out of the gauntlet and rising all of the undead from the cemetery. So when you spend a bit of time looking through the rest of the books, one of the things that stands out to you immediately when you start reading Belcora's journal is all of the loose sheets that are in there that cover they're like plans of the gauntlet itself. Okay. Mm-hmm. So reading through Belcora's journal, you learn the following things. Firstly, Belcora built the gauntlet hoping to exact revenge against the city that disgraced and impoverished her family, which was Absalom.
Yep.
So that's a whole reason for building it, is to take revenge upon Absalom. She also talks about, within the gauntlet itself, construction of flesh warping laboratories and great arenas where she could pit her creations against monstrous champions. Within other levels of the gauntlet, there are prisons noted, torture chambers, and also links to the dark lands below. Ooh. There is also talk of a great temple down in the depths where, and this is quoted, once the empty death herself brushed against this fragile world. So the empty death is the goddess Nimbeloth. So it's a physical place that's described in the book where a goddess has touched this plane of existence. Okay. She also brags quite a lot throughout the journal of how many people she's been able to draw to her cause, how many have travelled to come and serve her. She also really sort of takes the piss out of them a lot, saying they're useless and this, that, and the other. And there is only one throughout the whole journal that's mentioned by name, and that's her apprentice Volok, who we've encountered many times in conversation with the ghosts and other creatures within the gauntlet. Yeah. She says that she was able to lure him away from the Darklands from a community of upstart and meddlesome drow below. And she describes him as amusingly vain. The loose sheets of paper that are inside, as I said, the plans of the gauntlet clearly outline what it does. And that it has two primary powers. The first power is the ability to create undead wherever the beam strikes. So wherever that lens focuses and that beam of light that you actually witnessed striking on Otari, wherever that lands, it will cause undead to rise from the ground. If, of course, there are dead bodies in that particular area. The second ability is even more worrisome. It is the ability to teleport creatures 4th level or lower that are held within the gauntlet to a point where the beam touches. So again, if you remember back to the church, there was that spider creature inside.
Mm-hmm.
So that must have been teleported from within the gauntlet. It also goes on to lament the fact that the gauntlet is not yet fully powered, as the lenses that are currently installed in the top of the tower are only physical mundane lenses. The journal talks about Berkora having commissioned the construction of magical lenses, which would increase the power of the gauntlet 100-fold and make it so great that the beam would be able to travel all the way to Absalom, where she could eventually exact her revenge.
Has she left the note of who she's hired to make those?
No.
Builder's name. She found it on Facebook.
No, where they're stored. No. So at the moment, the gauntlet is underpowered, and it looks like it's only capable of firing off those powers once per month.
Okay, so let's not waste 8 days.
No.
But you can waste 8 days because it was last week, so you've still got 3 weeks before it can happen again.
Still.
Okay. Right, let's waste a week, and let's see if we can get 3 of these ghost touch runes.
Okay.
That'd be very nice on my sword.
Okay.
The ghostly weapon rune.
Right. So what I'm going to do then is I'm just going to ask you to make some crafting checks for me, please.
Okay. And I'm going to use my new eyepiece.
Yeah.
How long will that take you doing all the crafting bits and pieces?
2 days per rune.
Yeah.
Whilst he's shut away doing that, I don't know if Lex wishes to join, but I'm going to be looking into the disappearance of the smith.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm with you on that. It's interesting enough.
After getting my axe back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Right, Dave, make me some crafting checks, please. I need you to roll me twice for the moment.
Okay, roll 1. Not good. 13.
Would you like to use your hero point?
I will.
I didn't think we'd use hero points just in town.
That's a 24. Me neither.
Okay, so that's the first day passed. You are halfway through the construction of the first room.
Okay,
roll
second
me
roll.
your next check.
And that's a 15.
That is enough to pass. You now have 1 ghost touch weapon rune.
If Darrell is there, Darrell, I think this probably goes to you first.
Okay. So, Darren and Lex, in those 2 days, you've been asking around town. Carmen Rajani has disappeared. There's now wide rumours that he has had something to do with the theft of the cooperative blade. You do learn that he is not well liked. He has someone who's pissed off a lot of people, particularly the mayor. And it all seems to be stemmed from the fact that he doesn't feel that he's lived up to his ancestors' achievements. And he's run for mayor 4 times. Each time he's lost, and then he's become more bitter and more bitter and more. It's become more insular. He drinks most of the time in the Crook's Nook, and Yaz can confirm that. She doesn't believe he has had anything specifically to do with theft, but he is someone who feels like the blade belongs to him. Doesn't belong to town. He feels like it belongs to him. And the last time that he lost the mayoral election, unfortunately, the current mayor, Osef Menhims, came out to accept the win of the mayoral election wearing the cooperative blade, which really sort of drove the point home to Carmen Rajani. And since then, he's been going around town trying anything to find support for his next mayoral campaign. Yaz has not seen him for the last 2 days, which can be confirmed by the apprentice. So no one has seen the last 2 days. No one knows of any relations that he has. As far as anyone knows, he is the last surviving member of his line because his parents were killed by bandits when he was a much younger person. So your sort of investigation takes a bit of a dead end, so to speak.
Mhm.
So at the end of those 2 days, you have one ghost touch weaponry. You're back at Rin's, you're having breakfast, you're chatting about everything you've done over the last 2 days, where your investigation has got to, and how successful Kingsman has been so far with crafting of these runes. However, when you go to leave, either take up another day's investigation or go back to work on the next rune, you find on Rin's doorstep a note.
Lex grabs the note and reads it.
Okay. It simply says, Smuggler's Cove, noon. Come alone if you want to know the truth about theft.
Well, we travel together, so I mean, Lex kind of goes to I mean, I'm assuming what? Do one of us go? Do alone? All three of us? I mean, this person.
Let's go together. Let's find out what the
Okay.
hell is going on. Kingsman, you having fun?
Yes, I'm rather getting into this crafting malarkey. I've never really studied this before, but these books are wonderful. How's the new stone?
Interesting.
Yes, well,
Make sure you break for food and have some drink.
Oh, I will. I've got more sausage and eggs on the go. Keeps me.
You say I can
powered
hit
up.
ghosts with this now.
Yes, you're a right little ghostbuster, aren't you?
You sure it'll work?
We can try.
Take your word for it.
So who do you want to go to Smuggler's Cove?
Yes.
All of you?
I will let Kingsman know, obviously, what we're doing, and if he wishes to take a break from there to come along to the Smuggler's Cove.
I would love to come along, but this, to get all this done in time, we don't want to rush too much. I tell you what, give me a call
Smuggler's
if you get into
Cove.
trouble.
Smuggler's Cove, you know, Darred, is a place where the local teenagers go.
Yeah.
It's like the local hangout.
It's
when people want to get away from town.
Well,
It's less than an hour outside of town.
Yeah. I'm thinking of Lost Boys and Underneath the Piers and stuff now.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. Yeah. It's like there's a bit in the forest. There's a fire pit. There's loads of beer cans.
That's it.
Yeah, so it's less than an hour outside of town,
Oh,
Kingsman.
brilliant.
So it's
I could take a break.
you won't lose too much time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you head off. Darren, you lead the way. You know the way, and you navigate your way through part of the fog fen and the forest to the north of town, and then eventually you reach a wide cave opening, which leads to a rocky hill sheltered by a stone overhang. So I'm trying to picture I think it's in Lord of the Rings when they first leave Hobbiton and they spend the night where the trolls are, and they're up on the hill, and there's the overhang to keep them out of the weather. It's a bit like that. So it's surrounded by dense trees and berry bushes, which are overgrowing near a few logs that are arrayed neatly around a well-used fire pit. And this is a bit where there's beer cans everywhere and stuff like that. The ashes are cold. You put your hand close and the ashes are cold. So it doesn't appear that anyone has been here recently. And you can see from up that top of that hill that there is a cave back, and that cave, as you know, Darren, goes further into the hillside, into a wider chamber, a wider area. Is there anything you wish to do?
I'm happy to light the way if that's easier.
You have the burning torches now as well. So
yeah, I actually want to look around to see if I notice any footsteps.
I was gonna say tracks and whatnot.
So
yep,
assuming like a perception. 26.
Perception.
Yeah, 26 on perception.
And a 17 from me.
Okay. So Lex, you pick up just the merest hint of footprints leading deeper into the cave.
Singular set, multiple.
Singular.
Okay. Lex relays it to the group, and the best I can say, guys, is let's be ready for anything.
Okay. Marching order.
I'll go first.
Right.
I'll
so
go.
The,
I'll back. I'll
the map over
go
as
on the
well.
back. Yeah, we'll let the wizard go in the middle.
Okay. Plus, you can see over me, which is good.
Okay, so if you want to look in Owlbear, you can see the cave now. So I will open up the next section as you go deeper.
Move in.
Okay. So this next section of the cave is full of stalagmites and stalactites. They range from just a few inches in height to over a few feet in length. The alcove to the north, up here, holds a pool of very, very clear water, and it has that sort of mineral, almost metallic, electric sort of smell to it that permeates the cave. So it has a very clinically clean smell, even though there is sort of crap all over the place. To the rear of this cave, so this area here, it opens up into a wider area, a much larger space. And you can see there is a ring of logs around a larger sort of cleared out campfire area. It's not lit, there is no smoke, but it is a larger camp area.
Move down towards the back of the...
Okay, if you remove yourself in Owlbear as well. So there are, as you round this corner, there are rotted crates, there are what looks like forgotten clothes and various other bits of debris that suggests this cage is occasionally used but rarely cleaned. As I say, there's another cold campfire surrounded by logs that sit in the centre, and there are faint smells of mildew, particularly in this area, because you see that there are cots, beds, towards the rear here.
Can I?
Yep.
Can I? I will produce flame on that campfire in the middle if there's enough. If there's enough to actually catch fire. So
yeah, I'll say there is. Yeah. It's not a damp cave as such. So yes, you can do that. And as you do that, that does actually reveal. Stood to the south is a human male. I'm just going to throw up that for a sec while you move the map. So standing in front of you is a human male, about 6 foot, in sort of a monk pose, saying "stop" clearly, and wielding a blade. And this blade is of the finest polished metallic silver you've ever seen. It almost gleams white and then becomes blood red as the firelight appears in the center of the room. It is almost preternaturally reflective. It's a mirror-like surface.
Obviously, I know. Do I know what the sword looks like?
Yes, this is the cooperative blade.
Is this the cooperative blade?
Yes. Yes, it is. The person stood in front of you, you also recognise because you lived in Otari, is Carmen Rajani.
Carmen, what are you doing?
I've taken what's mine. I've taken what I needed to get what's mine.
What do you mean you've taken what's needed? Why? How is that even yours?
It belonged to my ancestor.
Not you.
He had his ancestor's brooch in his own manner. Why should I not wield my ancestor's blade? This is the luck blade. He uses it to win the election. I should have won the last one, but yet he lords it over me. No. This is what I need to get the support I require. And you will give me what the Ospreys have asked for.
What do you mean?
They know you have the book. Give it to me and I will win the mayoral race. I'll meet Osif. I'll make him eat his words.
What book?
The Whispering Reeds. They told me you bought it from the Gauntlet. Now give it to me and be on your way.
No. You think you can lead and be a mayor when you act like this? A cowardly little thief of a worm.
And with that, you see his face overcome with pain as you utter the word coward, particularly. That insult has hit home. And with speed that you wouldn't have thought that he possessed, because he clearly was in shape as a younger man, but that has gone to pot in recent years. You can see the startings of a gut from over drinking. The armor that he wears is slightly worn and looks the worse for wear. The shirt that he wears under the armor is sweat stained and filthy. But as you stand and you utter the word to him, coward, his hand flies down to the belt where there are 4 light hammers.
Fucking 4 hammers, yeah.
Wow.
And he grabs one and instantly throws it at you. I need you to make me a perception check, please.
Okay. Perception.
Yeah.
27. No, 28.
Okay, so you see this. Fortunately, you see this happening and are able to react. You're able to just not be flat-footed. Okay, as this hammer launches at you and hits armor class 29.
Ouch. I can't do my Brendan Fraser impression then. Just,
No. So it will hit you, but fortunately you're not flat-footed. If you hadn't made your perception check, you'd have also been flat-footed, which means it would have hurt a lot more. So you are going to take 9 points of damage as that hammer hits your shoulder as you try and dodge out the way, but not quite quick enough. We're now going to roll an initiative.
Oof.
Boom.
Is that a... Oh, I don't like that number. Oh, well.
I got 24.
I got a 1 plus a 9. So I got a 10.
I got 5 plus 9, which is 14.
Right, so Lex, you got a 10, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kingsman, top of the round, you are first. From your vantage point, you've heard some shouting, you've heard some conversation between Darrad and Carmen, and then this hammer has flown out of the corner of that room and hit Darrad on the shoulder, and he's staggered backwards a step. What do you want to do?
I'm going to run up behind Darrad, use him as my human shield, and I see Carmen, and I've already heard the exchange, even though I didn't see him until just now. And I will cast sleep on Carmen.
Okay. Right. I need to look up that spell because it may have limits that I am already beyond.
I had it a second ago.
Right. So it says the effect makes a creature fall asleep or get drowsy.
Yes.
And that is all it says.
Yeah.
There we go. So it's a 5-foot burst, 30-foot range. Each creature in the area becomes drowsy, possibly nodding off. The creature that falls unconscious from its spell doesn't fall prone. Right. So I need to make a will saving throw, correct?
Correct.
Right. So that is a 24.
Ooh, that's going to pass.
Yeah, what is your
my
DC?
DC is 19. DC is 19.
Okay, so it's a success. That means I take a -1 status penalty to perception checks for 1 round.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 2-action spell, and you moved. So that's
And I
your
moved, so
3 goes.
I'm done. Yeah.
Right, my turn. So Carmen, he's now enraged because you've called him a coward, and that's it. He's done. He's now going to move into attack, particularly against you. He moves over to here, Darrad, and he's going to take 2 attacks with his longsword. Okay, so the first one is armor class 21.
That just hits.
And the second one is armor class 29.
Yeah, both hits.
Okay, so this blade is also particularly sharp. So it has a striking rune on it. So the first blow, you take 12 points of damage. And because he has gone before you in combat, you are flat-footed. So you also take an additional 10 points of precision damage. So that's 22 damage from the first hit.
Fuck.
And 12, 16, 24 points of damage from the second hit.
Oof.
Darrad is down.
Ooh.
Damn.
Lex, get in here, woman. Come on.
I'm here. It's not my turn yet, but I am here.
Okay,
I mean,
Darrad,
as
it's
always, I
your
hang
go.
back a little bit.
I'm down. I'm out.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you make me a death saving throw, please? Or give me your hero point to get back up.
I'll give you my hero point to get back up.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're on 1 hit point.
Okay.
Currently prone on 1 hit point.
Okay. I can grab his ankle though, can't I?
You can.
Good. 1 hit point. Just gonna read the spell. 2 seconds.
That is that's the beauty of a surprise attack.
Mm-hmm.
If you roll well on initiative, then you get to use your precision damage. It's great.
Okay. Can he make me a fortitude saving throw?
That's a 6 on the dice. So let me look that up. 19.
Fails.
Okay.
All right.
Tell me what happens.
So basically, from prone, I cast Bone Shaker.
Okay.
Nice.
So literally from the ground, it's sort of reeling back from the strikes. Raise my fist up, bring my other one up, and sort of pull on his bones. Clench my fist, painfully compressing the target's bones and dealing 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Plus, I pull the target's body by their bones, moving them around like an awkward marionette. This movement follows the rules for forced movement, whatever that is. It's just it's not a critical failure. He's enfeebled by 1.
Yeah.
And I can move him 15 feet.
Okay.
So I'm going to move him into the fire.
Okay.
Nice. Very nice.
Right. So roll your 3d8 damage, please, and I'll give you an extra 2d6 for the fire damage.
Just murdering this dude.
Motherfucker.
He's the mayor. He's the mayor.
Okay. 7, 13, 19, 26, 27 damage.
27 damage.
Yeah.
Very good.
And he's prone and enfeebled.
In the fire.
Cook him.
He screams in pain as you move him bodily, and he falls into the fire. He seems to be more concerned about keeping the blade out of the fire than himself at the moment. That was good. So that was 2 action spell, correct?
That was I did 3 actions. To be able to move him is 3 actions.
Right.
So that's why I didn't move or do anything else. So.
Okay. Right. So that's your go over. Lex, your turn.
Ooh, all right. Assessing the situation and seeing this man now prone and assuming screaming in pain while he's on fire, I do see the blade in hand, and what Lex is actually going to do is try to go
steal it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to go try to grab that blade right out of his hand. Yep, that's what I'm doing. So
Okay, right. So I'm going to need you to make me. So you're going to need to move over there. I need you to make me a.
acrobatics.
Make me an athletics skill check, please.
Sure. Oh, that's absolutely no. I'm going to use I'm using a hero point. We're going to ignore that one. Oh, much better. That is a 19 plus 9. So.
Wow. Okay, 28.
Yeah.
Okay, you grab the blade.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just have to look up.
Yeah. What happens?
His opposed roll.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that first roll, that was a 1. No.
Yep. Good use. Good use.
Okay, so you successfully grab the blade. That's fine. You try and rip it from his grasp. I also rolled a 28 on my athletics check.
No.
So you have the blade. He has the blade. It's not going anywhere.
Wow. Right. Can I still have another action?
What? No, because you moved and you grabbed the weapon and then you tried to take it away. So that was
that's fair. That's 3. Okay, good.
The
well,
3. Okay.
That's what I did. That's Alexis' turn.
But you've got the blade in hand,
Also,
so he's going to need to pull it out of your hands to be able to use it to attack. So it's good. It was good. Right, Kingsman, top of the round. It's your go.
Is he taking damage in the fire?
He will be. Yeah, he's burning.
Right, cool.
Yeah.
I will add to that then. I will move around again. So I also have. I don't want to shoot Lex. And I will. My hands get wreathed in fire. I'm going to cast Scorching Blast.
Okay.
And I will do the Henry Cavill pump, pum, pum, and go. Poof, and it does 2d8 fire damage.
Do you not have to roll to hit?
I do have to roll to hit. Thank you for reminding me. You're doing
the 3 action version, yeah?
Yes, it's a 21 to hit.
21 misses.
Oh no!
Oh.
Let me just check that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 21 misses, even with the reduction.
Right. Let me try again. So this is going to be the second attack, but my third action.
Yeah.
But this is a -4. So I got bad time to do it, but I got nat 20.
Oh. Right. So what's that in total?
That would be a 26.
That is what you needed. So even with the minus because he's prone.
Hell.
Nice.
So 22 armor class is what you required.
Okay. Right. And this is 2d8. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 points of damage.
Extra fire damage.
Okay, he did not like that.
Good.
56. Right. Excellent. Good work. Is that your go over?
That's it. I'm done. That's another scroll slot gone.
Okay. Screaming more in rage than in pain, he leaps to his feet again very quickly. He seems to be quite swift, even for somebody who appears to be out of shape. He steps to there, out of the fire. Okay. And then he tries to rip the blade from your grasp, Lex. So this is going to be an opposed athletics check, please.
All right.
Come on, Lex.
17.
Okay, I rolled a 19 on the dice. So that's a 34.
Oh.
So he critically succeeds. With
Who
that,
is
he
this
manages to pull the blade from your grasp. I have one action left. He looks squarely at you, Lex, and just says, "The blade is mine. The blade is mine." And rolls to attack.
No. I thought his action was just going to pontificate, but that's fine.
No. My mouse is going sleep. Right, there we go. So that is a 33 to hit.
That hits.
What is your armor class?
21.
Okay, so that's a crit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that's 36 points of damage.
Oh! Ow! 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 That leaves me with 10.
Okay, that's his go over.
I don't like this guy.
Darred, you're up.
Right, I strike. Well, from the deck, I'm casting my 3 heal. On the 3 of us. I don't know if Kingsman's injured.
I haven't taken any damage yet.
So it's 2d10 plus 1d8. I'm still on the deck.
Oh.
13 hit points. Is that right?
You're casting third level, yeah?
Third level, yeah.
Is it not 3d10?
Yeah, that's what I thought. 19 hit points back for me and Lex.
Ooh, thank you.
Okay, so that's your go over. You are still prone.
Yeah.
And Lex, you're up.
Oh, I'm livid. I'm going after him, and I'm actually take my curved blade out, and I am going to attempt to slice the hand that is holding his sword right off.
Okay.
Oh.
So, we're going to roll for not for damage. Just kidding. Let's reset. Yeah, that. I hope that hits. 19 plus 11, 30.
30 hits. It's not a critical,
That's fine.
but it is a hit.
Now that I have this beautiful 2d8 plus 4 right now, that hits for 11 points.
11. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your first strike.
Yeah. Second strike is going to miss at 12. And the third and final strike misses at 5.
Okay. Unfortunately, you're not quite flanking with Kingsman. If you'd have been opposite, but
In
then
the
you were
fire.
still in the fire, you'd have got your precision
Yeah.
damage as well. But unfortunately,
Yeah.
you're not quite flanking. Okay, so that's the end of the round. Carmen is still on fire. So he's going to take another 2d6 points of damage. So, Darren, if you want to roll that for me, because you put him in there.
Thank
Cool,
you.
well done.
10 points of fire damage.
10 points of fire damage. Nice. Okay. Kingsman, top of the round. It's you.
I'm doing it again. Scorching.
So you've cast Scorching Ray, and Scorching Ray is a first level spell.
Scorching Blast.
Scorching Blast is a first level spell, correct?
Yes.
Not a
it
cantrip.
is.
Yes. So you've cast it.
Yeah, I've got 3 slots. I've got one slot left.
For 3 spells.
Oh, okay.
It's not slots. It's you can fill them up with 3 spells from the 20 or so spells you have in your spellbook.
Yeah. That changes it. All right, I'm going to try something else then. Tanglefoot.
Yep.
I'm going to try that on him.
Okay.
So this is it's still to hit. It's
Yeah,
another
still
nat.
hit.
It's another nat 20 plus 9.
Yeah, that's 29.
29.
I'm knocking them out tonight. Damn.
Yeah.
Is it? I know. Normally on the Beadle Grimm dice, I don't do that well, but they have changed quite a lot. So we've got.
So 29 is not a critical, so it's a
critical,
success.
It is a success. So it slows him down. It's minus 10 foot circumstance penalties to his speed for 1 round.
Yeah.
He can attempt to escape against my DC to remove that penalty.
Yeah.
Which is a DC 19.
Yeah.
And that's a 2-action spell. So
yeah.
I've cast it.
Okay. You've got 1 action left.
I've got nothing. I'll cast shield on myself.
Shield. Yeah. Okay.
Nice. Smart.
Okay. Okay, so you tangle him in this vine, drawing his attention back to you, Kingsman, and he is going to make an attack. So I rolled a 20, not a natural 20, a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah.
So does that hit, and do you want to raise your shield as a reaction?
I'm going to raise the shield, but it is going to hit because it only gives me a +1.
Yeah.
You can shield block ration to make your magic shield. So the shield has hardness 5.
Yeah. So the damage is going to get reduced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that.
So how many hit points does the shield have?
5.
So it's hardness 5 and 5 hit points, correct?
Correct.
Right. So the shield, the blade hits the shield. You would have taken 21 points of damage. The shield shatters into ethereal magical glass, and you only take 11 points of damage.
Okay. Ouch.
He then uses the blade to reach down and slice through the vines that are wrapping him.
Mm-hmm.
And then is going to move over to Darrad. He looks down at you, Darrad, and he simply says, "If you wish to live, boy, give me the book. What the Ospreys need to give me the support I require."
Me boy.
And then that's his go over. Darrad, it's your turn.
Can I make a melee strike from the ground?
No, not with a great axe. You're gonna need to get up, which is 1 action.
Yeah. So I don't know, just annoyance. I will get up and I'm going to try and bury my axe in his face because he's pissed me off now.
You called him coward. He's called you boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. Okay. 28.
28 hits. Right. roll your damage first, please.
Oh,
It's not a critical.
oh. Have I got a D12 in this? I haven't got a second D12 though. That's mean. Okay, 18, 20. 20 damage.
20 damage. Okay, with that strike, you stagger him backwards and he goes down to one knee. You tower above him, ready to make your second strike. He looks up at you and he says, No, 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 mercy, I surrender, I surrender. What do you want to do, Derrid?
I'm not judge, jury, and executioner. I'll twat him with the flat of my axe, knock him the fuck out.
Okay. I won't allow you to roll for that. It doesn't matter. He has surrendered, so it's just thematically you twat him, knock him out.
It is, yeah, it is just basically backhand.
Yeah. So, you as soon as you know that if you'd have hit, that would have killed him. So you called it right when you called him a coward. He was a coward. He was skilled. He was a good fighter, but ultimately, he wasn't willing to take that risk that meant his life. So he has surrendered. You now have the cooperative blade. You can rob the rest of his gear if you so wish.
The cooperative blade is a finesse weapon, isn't it? It's a
long sword, I
It's
think.
a long sword.
Yeah.
It's a long sword of striking.
It's a long sword of striking.
That does have other abilities as well, and I can post them to
I'll
you.
offer the blade to Lip.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I can. Is it a one-handed? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a one-handed.
Yeah.
weapon.
You know what?
But
Thanks.
it's also the weapon that the whole town is looking
Yeah.
for.
We'll
Yeah.
just let's bring it back, and then maybe we can ask to borrow it.
Yes. What do you think we should do with this one?
Oh, I
He's been
think.
taken back to answer.
Oh yeah, I think he needs to come back with us, and we'll deposit him with the mayor and the sheriff before. And
So you
I
do
think
you
go on.
do know that Captain Longsaddle was particularly interested in finding. As I said, he's not well liked, and people did suspect him of being the one that had stolen the blade.
I will remove all of his weapons and belongings from him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So on him, he has the cooperative blade, which is, as I said, a +1 striking longsword. He has +1 studded leather armor.
Ooh.
Yeah. There you go, Lex.
Thanks.
He has 4 light hammers. They're all mundane items.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave them.
He has a set of thieves' tools.
There you go. Keep that.
Yep.
And 110 gold pieces.
Okay, that goes in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
So yeah, well done.
I'm then going to tie him up and fire him and carry him back.
Okay. So you head back to Otari. You deliver him to the barracks to Captain Longsaddle. He's taken into custody, where he'll be held, awaiting trial.
On the way back,
Yeah.
I will have a discussion with my companions. This blade is an artifact of the city. However, I am aware the one party of people that were successful in the destruction of our adversaries we currently face. If it will be returned to the city, I do not have a problem with us possibly utilizing it for now. But I would feel wrong about it, and maybe it is something to talk with the mayor over. I wish to know your opinions.
I think
Things
given
done for greater good.
Lex, looks at the rationality of it. Look, given the situation Otari is in, I honestly think if we ask for this blade for now, they'll give it to us.
Kingsman.
I agree, Jared. You've always shown yourself to be a good judge of these kind of decisions. So, yes. Better you than me. I mean, if this was a book, whoa.
Book he wanted. We have that, don't we?
Yes, but lucky he didn't know it. I was the one carrying it, though.
I think we should ensure that is not seen by any others.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, yes.
I procured a magical item. Perhaps it might be worth seeing if you can secure one like it. Bag of holding to be able to hide such articles.
Yes, well, maybe you say you have one.
I have one, yes.
Maybe we just put it in a corner somewhere.
Let's get this ball back then.
Okay, so you return him to Otari. You release him to the custody of Captain Longsaddle.
I'll keep the sword wrapped up for now and want to talk to the mayor first.
Okay, you can go and visit the mayor, and we'll hurry this along with the end of the stream. But in essence, you are allowed to wield the blade.
Yes.
Yes.
You're already on good standing with the mayor anyway, and yes, he agrees.
He doesn't know I'm going to kill him and
wholeheartedly.
take his position.
Particularly taking out not a rival, but somebody who personally, held
An
ill will against
asshole.
him. Yes. So yeah, you now are in the possession of Volmajani's cooperative blade.
Wow.
Well done.
So I will send over the rest of the details, but in essence, it's a +1 striking longsword.
Nice.
When we were in a position of quietness, I will say to Kingsman, he wanted the book and the sword. There must be a reason. And who is the people that were after it?
He just said the Ospreys.
Ospreys. Now, offhand, without checking my notes, does that mean anything
Yeah.
to me? The Ospreys.
Yes. Remember the folks from the inn that we were looking for? Oh. Oh.
He could have been referring to the Osprey Club. He could have been referring to something else. But yes, that's where you've heard the word Ospreys before. The
Yeah.
Osprey Club is a thieves guild in Absalom,
Yep.
and Logan and his brothers and cousins were members of that organisation.
Fuck.
Yep.
That's what wasn't Logan after bits and pieces.
Uh-huh.
Did he get anything from us?
He didn't
Oh,
take.
yeah.
He took some items. We don't know what they were,
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what they were, but he took some stuff. Yeah.
but he didn't take that book, obviously. So I think we should do a bit
Damn
of
you, Phil.
studying.
Damn
Yeah.
you, Phil.
Okay, so we'll do the rest of the crafting rolls off stream.
Yep.
And I will send you what that book does if you want to study it for the next 6 days as well.
Yep.
But
And the
in
sword.
essence, you can rest up in town. You
Oh,
can
good.
spend the rest of your cash if you wish. So we can
Level
do some
5.
rolls for magical items. And you can prepare yourself wholeheartedly
Oof.
for when we return next time and descend upon level 4 of the Gauntlet. Because trust me, tonight's fight was just a warm up. It gets really tough.
Oh.
I've never been squashed so soundly.
Yeah, that was actually. You just got grounded straight away.
Yeah.
I was like,
that was all down to the fact I got the precision damage as well because I went first in initiative order.
Initiative order, yeah.
That is that's quite a powerful, effect. There's a lot of damage to the extra 2d6, and the striking weapons now are pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a shopping episode.
Love it. Best shopping episode ever.
Well done.
Woo! Almost
Right.
died. Yay!
Right, thank you everyone. So we'll be back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks
for the next instalment. We'll be going down to level 4, as I said. In the meantime, stay safe, stay warm because it's bloody cold here at the moment, and have a good weekend.
Yep. Cheery, bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.